Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for coming and watching. So I have a video for you on a foundation. It's the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus foundation. This has just come to Ireland in the last few weeks, I believe. Super excited it did come. Yeah, so this is in the color Soft Ivory. It's what I have on my face at the moment. And then I'm gonna bring you to me applying it and what I think and everything like that. This is the Goodbye Photo Flash. Helps illuminate white particle reflection. It says it was tested under 7 light conditions with top smartphone models, with and without flash. So yeah, I'm super excited for this foundation. One thing I'm gonna say is the smell of this is horrendous. It smells like you're putting paint on your face. That's something I don't like. But yeah, so keep watching to see what I think, my first impressions as I'm applying and everything now. This side, both my faces aren't primed. I did moisturize my face today, but I didn't use any primer. I'm going to use a flat top kabuki on this side of my face and the L'Oreal foundation blender on this side of my face. So a blender, a beauty blender, and a brush, just to see which one has more coverage. I do have the color Soft Ivory. There is a color Porcelain, but no pharmacy near me has that color. I think there's 20 shades in this range as well, so really good. Now I have seen some first impressions on this. I haven't watched full reviews, just first impressions a long time ago. Now this has just come to Ireland, I don't know, in the last few weeks, I think, maybe. So it looks like this, and it has a little sponge, which, yeah, I don't want to use the sponge. I'm not going to put it directly on my face. I'm just going to use a little palette thing, and I'm going to put some on there. So I put a bit of it on there. Now it's not like a super runny consistency, but it's not a thick consistency. I hope this color is going to match me. It looks like it's going to be a tad dark. So I'm just going to dip my brush in and get a little bit. I still have quite a bit on there, so we'll start with this. I'm going to stipple it on. It does smell like paint. Oh my gosh. I've seen girls say it smells like I'm putting paint on my face. This color seems okay so far. Hopefully it doesn't oxidize too much. Now that was a very small layer because I can't remember what people said about the coverage. I think they said it was medium coverage. So I do have a few spots on my face. Oh. It does smell kind of like paint. That's really gross. I was expecting it to smell like paint. I actually forgot that it smelled like paint. And then, yeah, I remember girls saying, it smells like house paint. So now I'm just, okay. That went on pretty good. Blended pretty good. I think the color matches okay. I'm gonna bring a little onto my neck in case it does oxidize. Now that little bit, I've pretty much used that up now. The coverage, as you can see, is about a medium, almost a full coverage. So that's with the brush. I'm quite impressed. Okay, so let's try the beauty blender. So I'm gonna put a bit more onto this palette, and I've seen people when they're doing it, they say the sponge gives you a little less coverage, but maybe a little more. So I just put a little bit on there, and they do say it seems like the product just gets soaked up, which I can see already, so I need more. Don't think I like this the spatula thing about it. Because I don't want to put the spatula right onto my face. Oh, the smell is not very nice. I'm not really liking how the sponge is, it's okay. This isn't the best sponge. It's a good sponge, but it's not the best. The sponge gives a good application, but I think I like it better with the brush. I feel like maybe apply it with a brush, and if you have like any brush strokes, you could like smooth it out with this, but it does suck up so much of the product. So yeah, I like it with the brush. I love using a brush though. So I feel like the coverage is like a high medium on this side and like a medium on this side. So I just, I'm gonna try building it up just a little bit. The color is all right. I think this is like the third color in the range. I think it goes porcelain and then another color. And then this one, soft ivory. See, they only had soft ivory, nude ivory, and then it went up from there at my pharmacy. Why they don't give the porcelain, I have no idea. We're Irish girls, we're pretty pale. You know, everybody self-tans and stuff like that. So I really don't understand it. Okay, so that's it on. I find the color is matching me almost perfectly. So please don't oxidize very much at all, and this color will be so close. I did bring it down just a little onto my neck just to see, and I do feel like it's matching me quite well. I am very, very pale. So soft ivory seems to be okay, so I couldn't imagine how porcelain would be. It might have been actually too light for me. I don't know. Maybe if this oxidizes a bit too much though, then we got a problem, and then porcelain would be better for me. So I'm gonna keep my eye out for porcelain, but soft ivory seems to be quite nice on my skin. It is oxidizing, I think, even as I'm looking at it. I think it's oxidizing just a little bit, so hopefully not too much. I'm gonna go and, oh wait, it has a tiny bit of stickiness to it, but not a whole lot. I don't think I'm gonna set this foundation today. I'm not quite sure, but I do like it with the brush, but the sponge is nice. It soaks up a lot of product. This product just kind of sucks right into this. Like, look how dirty and full a foundation this thing is now. It does soak up a lot of the product, so you will use more, but the finish is really nice. So maybe if you apply it with a brush, give it a second to kind of like set a little, and then soften it out with the sponge, it might be nice, or like smooth it out, because the finish with the sponge is really nice as well. It's just, I feel like you're gonna waste a lot of product. This foundation was €6.95 as well, so really, really, really affordable. So if this foundation is amazing, it's gonna be like my new fave. I do like how it looks on the skin at the moment. I have pretty normal skin. I get a little oily. Just recently I've been getting a little oily around my nose. It might be because of my age as I'm getting older. My skin is changing. The sun is coming out, making me even look more pale. I'm gonna go put my face on and give you my kind of final first impression thoughts. Okay, the light has gotten just a tad darker as it's dark outside. I use natural light as much as I possibly can. I put minimal makeup anyway on. So Wet n Wild PhotoFocus Foundation, Soft Ivory. This company is cruelty-free, which is good, and I believe it's good for vegans as well. I'm not quite sure. So I haven't taken any pictures with it. I've applied my makeup, just a nice calming. The powders and everything blended beautifully on the foundation. I find it sitting quite nice on my skin. I do feel like I do need a pore minimizer with this, just because it does kind of sink into my pores just a little bit, and they do seem a little big, but I feel like it has applied really nice. I find it's like a high medium coverage foundation. It's buildable as well. It's I don't feel like it'd take a good bit to, I think, get clumpy on this. I have normally kind of skin with just a little bit of oil sometimes, not even all the time, on my nose. I don't know what's going on with my skin. It might be changing a little bit. This foundation seems really good, and yeah, I've heard a lot of people say there's not really any flashback with this, so it's very good. There is no SPF in it, so that's good, and yeah, I like this foundation so far.